Welcome back to our channel. Today we want to talk about someone whose sacrifices are often taken for granted, the father. If your father has ever worked hard, sacrificed his own comfort, or stood by you when life was difficult, this message is for you. Listen with your heart, because sometimes we realize someone's value only when it is too late. My dear wives, daughters, sons and families, there is something we often realize too late in life. Sometimes the person who sacrifices the most for us is the person we appreciate the least. We become so used to seeing our father going to work, coming home tired, paying the bills, solving problems, and carrying the worries of the family that we begin to think these things are simply his responsibility. And because he does them quietly, we forget that behind every sacrifice there is a human being who also gets tired, who also worries, who also feels pain, and who sometimes needs someone to ask him, "Dad, are you okay?" A father does not always say what is happening inside his heart. Many fathers were raised to believe that they must be strong, that they should not complain, that they must keep moving even when life becomes difficult. So he wakes up early, goes to work, deals with pressure, returns home exhausted, and still tries to smile when he sees his children. Maybe you do not notice the small things he gives up. Maybe you see the food on the table, but you do not see the hours he spent working to put it there. You see the house, but you do not see the stress behind every payment. You see the clothes you wear, but you may not think about the things he wanted to buy for himself and decided not to buy because his children needed something more. You see your education, your phone, your opportunities, your comfortable life. But you may never know how many times your father put his own dreams aside so that you could have the chance to follow yours. This is why, dear children, do not measure your father's love only by the words he says. Some fathers are not good at saying, "I love you," but they say it through their actions. They say it when they work while they are tired. They say it when they worry about your future. They say it when they stand beside you after you make a mistake. They say it when they stay awake waiting for you to come home safely. They say it when they give you advice that you may not understand today, but will understand years from now. A father's love is sometimes hidden inside ordinary moments. It can be found in a question like, "Did you eat?" It can be found in, "Take your jacket, it is cold outside." It can be found in, "Be careful." It can be found in the money he quietly gives you, even when he does not have much left for himself. And children, please understand something important. Your father does not need you to repay everything he has done for you. He does not expect you to become rich so you can give him expensive gifts. Sometimes what a father wants most is respect. Sometimes he wants a simple conversation. Sometimes he wants his children to sit beside him without looking at their phones. Sometimes he wants to hear, "Thank you, Dad." Those two words may sound small to you, but they can mean everything to a father who has spent years trying to give his family a better life. And to the wives, remember that your husband is not only the man who brings money home, he is also a person who may carry pressures that he does not always share. This does not mean that a wife should ignore her own needs or accept disrespect. Marriage should be built on mutual respect, understanding, responsibility, and support. But when a husband is genuinely working hard for his family, recognize his effort. Do not make him feel that everything he does is invisible. A simple sentence such as, "I see how hard you are working for us," can give someone strength to continue. We all need appreciation. A mother needs it. A father needs it. A wife needs it. A husband needs it. Children need it too. But sometimes the father becomes the person everyone expects to be strong, while nobody asks whether he is tired. Everyone comes to him with problems, but who does he go to when he has a problem? Everyone expects him to find a solution, but who reminds him that he does not have to carry everything alone? This is why a family should not be a place where one person carries everything, while everyone else simply receives. A family should be a team. If your father is struggling, support him. If he is tired, give him peace. If he makes a mistake, talk to him with respect. If he is getting older, spend more time with him. And if you are still young, do not wait until you become an adult to appreciate him. You may think there will always be another tomorrow, another weekend, another holiday, another opportunity to sit with him and talk. But life does not make promises. Time changes people. Children grow up. Parents grow older. The father who once carried his children in his arms may one day need his children to hold his hand. The man who once walked beside you when you were learning to walk may one day walk slowly and need you to walk beside him. That is life. The roles slowly change. And when that day comes, do not treat your aging father as a burden. Remember the years when he carried you without calling you a burden. Remember the nights when you were sick and he worried about you. Remember the mornings when he went to work while you were still sleeping. Remember the times he protected you, encouraged you, corrected you, and gave you another chance. Nobody is saying that fathers are perfect. Fathers make mistakes, mothers make mistakes, children make mistakes. We are all human. A good father can sometimes say the wrong thing. He can become angry. He can make decisions that his children do not understand. But instead of judging an entire lifetime by a few imperfect moments, learn to see the whole picture. If your father has genuinely loved you, protected you, worked for you, and tried to give you a better future, do not allow small disagreements to erase years of sacrifice. And fathers, this message is also for you. Your children may not understand your sacrifices today, but that does not mean they are meaningless. Keep loving them, but remember that children also need your presence, not only your money. A father can provide a beautiful house and still be emotionally absent. So sit with your children, listen to them, ask them about their dreams, tell them stories from your life, teach them what you learned from your mistakes, give them memories, not only possessions. Because one day they may forget the expensive things you bought, but they will remember the evening you sat beside them when they were afraid. They will remember the advice you gave them when they were lost. They will remember the way you believed in them when they did not believe in themselves. Children, if your father is still alive, do not wait for a special occasion to show him appreciation. Call him, sit beside him, ask him about his day, make him a cup of tea, help him with something without being asked, tell him that you are grateful. And if you have a disagreement, do not let pride keep you silent for years. Life is too short for families to spend years refusing to speak because nobody wants to take the first step. Sometimes being the first person to say, "I am sorry," does not make you weak. It makes you mature. Sometimes saying, "I understand you," can repair a relationship that has been damaged by years of misunderstanding. And remember this wisdom: appreciation given too late often becomes regret. Many people only realize the value of their parents after they are gone, when there is no longer a voice to answer their call, no hand to hold, no chair to sit beside, and no opportunity to say the words they kept postponing. Do not let your love become something you express only through memories. Express it while the person is still there to hear it. Dear wives, respect the effort of a good husband, but also communicate your needs and listen to his. Dear sons, do not be ashamed to hug your father or tell him that you love him. Being strong does not mean hiding your feelings. Dear daughters, remember that your father's heart may be softer than he shows. Sometimes the strict father is simply a worried father who wants his daughter to be safe. Talk to him, understand him. And dear families, stop keeping score of who sacrificed more. Stop asking, "What did he do for me?" and start asking, "What can I do for my family?" A healthy family is not built by counting sacrifices. It is built by recognizing them. It is built by gratitude, forgiveness, patience, communication, and respect. Money can buy a house, but it cannot create a home. A father can pay every bill, but he cannot buy back the years that pass. So while you still have time, appreciate him. While he still has the strength to work, thank him. While he still sits at the family table, sit with him. While he still answers your phone calls, call him. While his hair is turning gray, remind him that his efforts mattered. And when your father becomes older and cannot give you what he once gave you, do not measure his value by what he can provide. A father is not valuable because of the money in his pocket. His value comes from the person he is and the love he has given. One day, the strongest man in the house may become the quietest person in the room. One day, the man who used to carry everyone else's problems may need someone to listen to his. Be that person. Stand beside him. Give him the respect he deserves. And finally, remember this: your father does not need a perfect family. He needs a family that appreciates him, respects him, forgives him, and stands beside him. So if your father has done his best for you, do not wait until someone asks you to appreciate him. Do it today. Tell him, "Dad, I may not say it often, but I see your sacrifices. I see how hard you have worked. I know you gave up many things for us, and I am grateful." These words cost nothing, but they can stay in a father's heart for years. Life is not measured only by how much we achieve, how much money we make, or how successful we become. Sometimes the greatest success is having a family that still sits together, still talks to each other, still forgives each other, and still appreciates the people who spent their lives protecting them. So love your father while he is here. Respect him while you have the chance. Listen to him while his voice is still there. And never forget the simple truth: a person who spends his life carrying his family deserves, at the very least, to know that someone noticed the weight he was carrying.